Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday night. My camera's all messed up from last night, but how is everybody? I wasn't going to go live, but then I decided to do a little live. I don't know how long I'll be on, but it's good to catch up. So I think I'm coming down with whatever my son, hey, cool gamer, hey, Emily, hey, pointer lover. I think I'm coming down with whatever my son has. My other son has it now. And he's actually, I tried the whole Vicks Vapor rub on the feet with socks, and he woke up today like doing amazing. So I think what if I try it on my feet tonight, even though I'm not like fully sick yet? Will that cure it? That's going to be the question. So I'm going to try it, even though I hate sleeping in socks. We'll see how it goes. But my other son is sick, but he is confident that, yeah, it's just like a cold. He's confident that that will not work for him. So he is refusing to let me do it. But whatever, we'll see. So I'm hoping, yeah, it's just like this cold thing going around. But I have a whole bunch of people coming to my house Wednesday for a birthday party, not like my mother in law's. And I don't know. I want to make sure. Hey, Punkat, I want to be well for that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just tired. Even though we get an hour sleep, like, we go back, fall behind, I always feel tired. Like it doesn't feel like I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But I see there's a lot going on in the YouTube world. I know obviously, the big news that seemed to be happening today was the Adventures with a Purpose Jared situation. I think that more comes out about that is quite alarming. Now, did Adventures with a Purpose issue any type of statement today at all that anybody's seen? Hey, Salem. Hey, Amber. I have seen that his sister spoke out, and I want to play a little of that. I don't think Deets said they put the link in the email, or they put the link on. I don't know where it is. No statement yet, but I saw a place where you can read it because I don't know who has it. And I don't want to get struck. Um, so before I start, what is all of your thoughts on that? So I will say I saw somebody pulled his record or something. I mean, he has a significant record. I don't, whatever, we could all have records. But what is alarming is that now, B. Tim explained it, what he kind of like his financial troubles that he had as far as some of the things he had done. And I'm gonna say it's pretty alarming. We saw the emails, and I will also say, hey, crazy mama. I will also say, did you watch the interviews today? I don't think Dietz would strike me, but the emails where, Kate said we couldn't verify them and all that kind of stuff. I think that like they actually came. Okay, Kate, awesome. From the AWP support email address is what I'm gathering. In which case that was sent in February, which means that if anybody else from AWP has that info, like I mean, like if they're gonna have to answer as to why. So I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I know that we're not like AWP is not responsible for what Jared did. I understand that, but there is still a level of accountability that I don't know. I don't know. What are all your thoughts before? Oh, Dietz isn't a striker. Okay, I'll go see if we could play that. Really, Punkat? I mean, what are your thoughts? I understand that it was 1992, but what I can't get over is he was 17, and I understand that. I get that they obviously had a family that we can't even imagine. But when I heard the emails, it didn't seem like somebody with remorse. That seemed like somebody trying to I don't know, gaslight? I don't even know if that's the right word. I didn't like it, but okay, let me find deets here and see if we can watch some of it. Um, yeah, I would imagine that they're gonna have to make some form of, statement soon. I can't imagine that they will. It's a shame. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Is that true? Sorry, y'all. I didn't know the interview is his sister claiming. Yeah, crazy mama. I think so. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, okay? What if his response was different? Like, what if she came forward and he was just like, you know what, you're right. It was really sucky. I am really sorry. Like, how can we work through this and stuff like that? Would that have been different if then just like I am crazy mom, I think so. Then just that kind of I don't even know what the word is. I can't think of the word because I don't know that it's gaslighting. It was just something that just felt bad. Icky, I guess is what I guess is the best. Condescending, yes, pointer lover, good word. Yeah, and that's what I was saying last night in Kate's live is that it's such a tragedy to see the generational type of abuse and how that an entire family was so hurting that they were carrying on trigger warning, sorry, that they were carrying on what they were leaving or living, and it's just it's just so frustrating. I mean, and now how many years later the family's still suffering and torn apart. Crazy mama, yes. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I have seen at first, and I've actually seen it go the other way now, which just gives me a little bit of hope, was that people were true pointer lover. People were now coming around to the other side from of saying, okay, he was actually probably wrong once they started to unravel things. Because at first last night I was like, are you kidding me right now? Seeing the people, hey LFT, that were like, well, he was blah blah blah. It was 1992 and all this stuff. And I was like, if he wasn't from Adventures with a Purpose, would you think any of this stuff? We're not talking like he was 18 and she was 15, and there's a very big distinction of age and family. And yeah, let's watch Deets. I didn't know his sister came forward with actual claims today. So I'm kind of wow. Yeah, gaslight. It is. I mean, it was like, Are you really going to be that condescending to her? Like, she is broken." Oh, and the other thing is, it would make no, let me just make sure I do this as a disclaimer. It would make no difference to me if that girl sent the email to Jared. I would think she is as wrong. Like, just because he's a guy, like, it doesn't matter to me. If she would have said that to him, she would have been wrong, regardless. This is Deets on the Street. Amazing channel. Were they pointer lover?
Her first post from July 22nd of 2021 is long, and it reads, I just got a text message from my mother that my grandfather passed away. Really? At 1 a.m. in the morning? I've been trying to get a hold of my mother for the last couple years now with no luck. I was kicked out of the family at 14 years old for being odd. I was a perfect little Mormon kid who was top in academics, sports, and had tremendous musical abilities. In third grade, my competitive nature turned into an academic competition with one of the other top athletes. We raced book through book, and I was already taking college courses at the beginning of middle school, and there was no stopping us. I was the type of kid that everyone wanted. Ended up on the streets of Vegas with nowhere to turn, then ended up on the streets of Eugene selling drugs for a bunch of bikers who took me
Hey,
in after
Jameson.
being R'd again. At 15, I pulled off one of the
15? Sorry about the lagging, y'all. Like,
biggest
all my
heists
kids are
Eugene
doing
had
something.
probably ever had. I
I'm gonna
definitely went into survival mode and adapted to my surroundings so well it made the chameleons jealous. I will say it again. Really? A text at 1 a.m. telling me my grandfather is dead when I have not been a part of this family for over 30 years? I have not been allowed in families' homes. I have not been allowed in families' lives. I have not been allowed at families' weddings. And I have not been allowed at families' funerals. I have tried and tried to be a part of this family, but have to make the decision to not put myself through any more self torture. The last time I saw my mother, I asked her if she would sign a paper to make sure that I had a 72-hour mental evaluation since everyone in the family thinks I'm crazy. She told me that she would never do that because she was afraid they would never give me back. She only had a few bites of her sandwich, then said that I was part alien, what type of aliens we are, what planet we are from, and then she left. I have been more S this week than I have been in years. And this is a reminder that I still have no one to turn to. However, I have learned that being S is not a bad thing. It just means that I can live my life with no fear. Anyone that has a problem with that can go F or can F the F off. She shared this screenshot in the comments. It's from her mom. It says, "Your grandpa passed away at 10 p.m. Hugs, love mom." And she replied, "It would have been nice to have him in my life all these years. It would have been nice to have you in my life. Sorry for your loss, and it sucks it took this long for you to text me about anything. He's been on my mind the last few days, so I figured that he already passed away a few days ago. I'm assuming I will not be allowed at this funeral either, so I'm not even going to ask if I can come. Have a good night, and for what it's worth, hugs back. It would be nice if you could send me a few pictures of him through text messages." She also commented, "Of course, no response nor pictures. My message back to her may seem cold, but not as cold as the one I wanted to send. I tried to be as nice as possible as she just lost her father." This was also in the comments, and I blacked out the other person's name for privacy. She replied, "Thank you. I am no longer LDS, as I was always denied a temple recommend for not fully believing in the repentance process. There is no way that anyone can convince me that if I go through the repentance process, I can walk this earth as if I have never sinned that sin. So if I punch the guy in the face and break his nose
Bye, Muffin Top.
and then go through the repentance process, I will be told that I
Oh, so this part is more about
can
like
walk this earth as if that sin never happened. I believe that would make me a liar. What's done is done and always will be. This is one of the reasons that I was kicked out of the family. The police got involved And evidently, in the Mormon religion, the bishop should have been called. Then the perpetrator has the
I'm just going to have to read it. The option of going through the repentance process so he can walk the earth telling everybody that he's not an R.
option of going through the repentance process so he can walk this earth telling everybody
I'm going
that
to read
he's
it.
not an R. Everyone thinks Mormons are perfect, but they are just perfect liars. Not my cup of tea. Not trying to offend you personally, but that is my personal opinion about the Mormon religion.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to read. Legacy had, I believe, these screenshots on his Twitter, so I'm just going to read them because it's lagging. Every one of my children, I think, are playing on something tonight. So you guys are going to kind of have to fill me in because I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing this is apparently his sister, according to what Legacy says. Says Jared's sister has something to say. Disbelief doesn't deny the fact that this happened. The indictment should be enough to stop blaming and shaming the victims. In case that's not enough, here is his sisters also confirming the allegations. Okay. Okay, you guys can see it. And I don't want to beat this to the death because it's everywhere right now. We all know that. But it is very important to talk about because exactly. Thank you, Kate. And this is the reason it's important to talk about is because what we all saw last night at the beginning, I think we can all relate. There was a lot of well, what's the other side of the story? And not from anybody in here, but what's the other side of the story? He was young. It was 1992. No, no, no. I don't care if he's Jared from Adventures with Purpose. I don't care. And what's funny was there was a couple guys, Mike, who I absolutely adore, and I think he goes by, who were in Kate's chat, and the guys were saying this is wrong. No, this is wrong. What he's doing is wrong. What he did financially was wrong. And so then it was all kind of oh, well, I guess it, it was just crazy for the guys to be what are you ladies saying? No, this is wrong. So anyways, so it says, feels like I'm living with, this is a sister, with a target on my, oh, come on. What did I do? Feel like I'm living with a target on my back, but I'm used to it. Been standing up for what's right my whole life while others are put on pedestals for doing harm to others. I appreciate the person that is standing up for what's right, as well as I hope this will protect innocent children. We weren't protected, but we're trying to help others. And in case you're not aware, yes, this is my brother. Oh my gosh. Changed my name to my real name on Facebook a couple months ago so I'd be easier to get a hold of due to this. Oh my. Okay. I got an order today to deliver to Jared L. on the outskirts of Redmond, Oregon. Delivery instructions said go through Green Gate and go to the house. When I pulled up to the electric gate, it started closing, so I parked and got out of my vehicle with the order as I saw a man in the distance walking up the driveway. It was my older brother, Jared, I can't ever pronounce her last name, who started screaming, F you, Jessica. No, Jared, you can't F me anymore, you psycho piece of S. You knew who had your order and was driving all the way out there. Dang. Don't be mad at me for supporting people who want to put you away. Be mad at yourself for the things you have done to others. I might have been the first one, USA, but I was far from the last. You're not a hero like other mates think. You're a narcissistic piece of S that's about to go down for your actions. Oh my gosh. Mike, I was just talking about how much I like you. I was talking about how, like, even from a guy's perspective, you were in here last night saying, like, no, this is wrong. He doesn't get a pass, that kind of stuff. Hi, AG. I am, I am, that's awful. So wait, so we only know of the cousin then, right? Okay, then. This is the first I'm seeing this, so I'm kind of, this is August 10th. That one was September 14th. So we're going backwards, I know. First message I received this morning was from the son of the first adult that AR'd me. Oh, so she's okay. It seems as if the family is getting scared and they are now trying to slander me and scare me into keeping my mouth shut again. It's not going to work. Our family is sick, and I'm not a kid that you can throw to the wolves anymore. I'm a wolf now, and I will not back down. Good for her. If you have been, this is the 8th, if you have been essayed by at least, oh my gosh, they have hard names. You are not alone. Utah has lifted the statutes of limitations. Holy cow. Hey, Bexy, I was just thinking about you. I hope you're doing okay. Sorry, that was really high pitched. This is horrifying. This is awful. This is awful. I'm shell shocked right now, guys. This is it. You're right. Now, has she appeared on any channels yet? Because we all know the YouTube streets, and I hope if she does go onto channels, which more power to her. I just hate to see her put through any more trauma, any of them. I would think, y'all, that they're gonna have to issue some form of a statement. Now, I don't know, but somebody said, me too, Pointer Lover. I agree. Somebody said that Jared had kind of been non-existent a little bit, like the past few months, and people were starting to wonder where he was. But they said they like this wouldn't probably be why. But I thought he was on several channels after they were on Down the Rabbit Hole. Okay, I thought that I'm gonna have to go listen to that. That they were on that he did a lot of interviews after Kylie. Wonder what Kylie's family must just feel like. I am interested in the statement. I will say that if AWP has known all about this, and to this extent, then I would have a hard time supporting them. Yes, Mike, his sister too. And like it doesn't sound like it's what I'm reading here, besides even Jared himself, it sounds like their entire family was like living in a nightmare. It obviously happened to the boys too. Hey, Pamela. Pamela, I don't want to talk about the Bills. Oh my gosh. I'm nauseous. That's probably what I got sick from today. But that family. And it sounds like the sister has been gaslighted by every member of the family. And that is so shame on her mother. That it so hard. I mean, I know there was discrepancy about the statute of limitations and everything like that, but from what I'm seeing, most people are saying, Pamela, I know that there is none in this situation, but I don't know because some have said it is. They changed the law, but either way, I thought that the reason Don Wells can go to prison out there is because there isn't. So I don't know. But all right, Pamela. But oh, I know, crazy mama. This poor and I'm sure there's more. Okay, pointer lover, thanks. Generational. Oh, just sorry. This is really devastating to me because it's not even just that it's Jared. It's just the generational pain that started that that's just inflicted over and over and over again that Jared could have stopped. Even if this happened, y'all, even if this happened when he was 17, he still could have stopped it and turned around and said, you know what? Let's band together. How can we get through this? What's this? Oh, this is part of his gaslighting. Yeah, we all heard this last night. If you, it is your decision and your choice if you ever want to accept my apology. I have made peace in my life with all the things bad, including this situation. Well, that's really good for you. I'm very, very happy for you, Jared. Wow. It is gross. It is gross. I think the whole situation is very sad. And I don't think every LDS, this I think this would happen either way, but the religion that Josh Duggar or whatever he goes there are some I don't know how to put it, like, yeah, oh, gosh, I'm so I know, right, crazy mama? Well, I'm so glad that you had peace now. Even just saying, like, I've had to work really hard on getting past this trauma. You know, I'm so sorry it was inflicted on you. Is there some way that I can help? Or even if he wasn't in a place to help, or, what do you do? Just listen, something. So, anyways, I think that's kind of where we're at. But, his sister and his cousin are obviously speaking out. And all I can say was that, yeah, her own mom told her to let it go and forgive him, and her abuse was worse. Huh. That, yeah, that is just, that's a very classic line. And it's, that's narcissist 101. And it sounds like he picked up that family trait. Exactly, Sam. He is. And I look back at the interviews he did. And I look back at the interviews Doug did, because I'm almost what one of them, after Kylie said they weren't going to talk or something like that. They weren't going to do any more interviews. Now, knowing Jared and knowing his financial history as well, you almost want to go, if Jared is running the show, which he was, would that case have become such a train wreck if he wasn't leading it? It's just, I don't know how anyone can say that to anybody, much less their daughter. It'd be sure, absolutely forgive him. Absolutely, I would see her forgiving him if he showed any ounce of humility. It is, Mike. It is, and I think that's what we're seeing is trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma, for exactly the reason that Mike is saying. It's being Men and women are being silenced. If you're a man, you have to be tough, right? Like, I don't think so, Annie. They said he had kind of disappeared, but then all of a sudden he started showing up for interviews. It's like men can't have trauma because they need to be tough and all this stuff, and it's not the thing for them to have trauma. And women can't have trauma because, you know, we're just weak and crying and all this stuff. And so it just goes on and on and on and on. And I remember a creator saying that PTSD didn't even exist. Yes, crazy mama. One good thing is that those girls are getting their voices back. Yeah, Annie, that was that was the first time I had any like had seen AWP, but and it was the last and it will be the last now. It's terrible. It's just I'm glad to see people are going, wait a minute, that this isn't right. Like this isn't right because yesterday it was disheartening at first to see initial reactions of, well, it was so long ago. I don't know. That was rough. Yeah, the videos are their fines. I'm cool with all of that. I wasn't cool with the with some of the interviews, but now looking back, most of the interviews that I saw were Jared, and so that is to me, it's like, well, you know, I think Doug could make a go of it himself. I really do. Like I maybe AG. And I saw the response the AW. So the reason I knew it had to be most likely was legit those emails because it said it came from AWP support. And I remember somebody from Lucian's tribe there had emailed them and emailed back from that email address. And it just said, we don't work with anything but cars or something. We can't come help, come help or anything like that. But so then when I saw that email address, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's valid. I mean, I'm shocked that he would be bold enough to write her back from that address. They are good at finding vehicles, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So one area I had grace with them is that they hadn't done a current missing persons case. Um, and I mean, we all have skeletons in our closet, but dang, it doesn't sound like he ever stopped gaslighting people. And I got it. Yeah, I don't want to accuse anybody. So, but I hope that he legitimately didn't engage that lifestyle anymore. That's all I'll say about that. What else has happened on YouTube today, y'all? Anything? So I will say if the one thing for her to family to ask them for help. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right, crazy mom. This is next level skeletons. I mean, and shame on her mom. Just her mom could have helped her sister. Yeah, Mike, I didn't either. In fact, I was not everybody's favorite person when it came to them. I just was quiet about it. I mean, I didn't I had a poor taste afterwards, but they did find her, and again, I don't necessarily know how much Jared led that. So, hey, allegedly, I think in all honesty that they're going to have to cut him loose. Sandy, yeah, that's awesome. I think they're going to have to. Can they though? Why am I sweating? I might have had a fever and I took Tylenol. So, oh my goodness, y'all! I think I might really be getting sick. Um, True, Annie. Is Jared the like? Yeah, I'm like, okay, maybe I wasn't as good hiding it. The owner, like, how does this work? Is he the owner? Like, if they cut ties with him, do they cut ties with Adventures with a Purpose? Like, who started this? I know it was like, oh, really, Pointer Lover. That's what I was wondering. Crazy Mama, I'm going to. Dang. See, that would be sad. I don't want them all to suffer for it. Well, I don't know anymore. I can't handle this, y'all. This is just allegedly. Yeah. Yep. The most important thing to me, gotcha, Crazy Mama, is that those girls get a voice now, and that I guess women get a voice now, and that they're not silenced anymore, and that whoever's channel they go to in this crazy streets will be kind to them, because yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Please handle it sensitively, YouTubers. Was a shock to be appointed to lead. Oh, really? Allegedly? Hey, Caddy, Texas. Yeah, Annie, I heard that. Most of it was, Jared. I want to give them, I want to see what their statement is, because they're going to have to give some form of a statement. And let me tell you, if anybody's hiding anything, it's about to come out, because wow. I'm worried about them on YouTube, these women, because dear Lord have mercy. But I'm hopeful that in this situation, people will be more sensitive. Everyone made fun of me when I spoke about Jared a while back. Oh, I don't care about the others. Like, I have no, like I said, I hadn't known ADP, so, or oh my gosh, AWP since till Kylie, and I haven't watched them afterwards. So I'm good with that. It is going, it's about, yeah, I think, like, it's basically what Crazy Mama's saying. Whatever has happened throughout everything, it's all going to be brought to light right now. So, it's just how it is. But did you allegedly? Yeah. So I don't want to spend too much time on that, because I know it's just a really hot button issue for everybody, and it tweaks everything, which is fine. There was something else I wanted to touch on before I go tonight, but I can't. Oh my gosh, Punkette, shut up. But I can't remember what it was now. I think that was like the big thing that was today. We are going to start getting into Evansdale, because I really think, first of all, I really think that they need justice. Those are the cousins that were killed in Iowa, that could possibly, at this point, no one said anything, is a similar case to Abby and Libby. And that reminds me, never mind, I'll come back to Evansdale in a second. But so there is Gray Hughes, whether you like him or not, he did confirm something, and I went and looked, and it's true that. So there's an image of Richard Allen's daughter laying on a bed, fine, with a tie-dyed shirt, and 2000. And this isn't like breaking news; it's just one of the more creepy things again. So exactly, Mike. She was laying on the bed with a tie-dyed shirt on, and a lot of people said it looks like the shirt that was, like, I think from a run or something with Libby. And Gray was able to confirm, based on like lettering and stuff, it was. And it was so creepy, because the reason it is it just proves what an absolute psychopath Richard Allen is. And it's just another reason that I don't. Oh, point of lever, not a fan, but I'm glad he could confirm this. Just another, trust me, Pointer, yeah. Just another reason pointing to how absolutely psychotic he is, and why I don't think this could possibly be the first one. Can you imagine? Your daughter is laying on your bed while your wife takes a picture of your daughter in 2018, y'all. If I can find the original shirt, with the shirt from a memorial for the girls that you killed. I'm telling you, there is a sickness to this guy that I don't even think we can comprehend, because I think he had souvenirs everywhere. I mean, everywhere, because they had, I don't know. Yeah, crazy mama. Oh, hold on a second. Let me show you guys. You can't see. I took a picture of it. Hold on a second. And now you can't see her. Let me just email it to myself. It is. Who freaking does that? Well, who does that? Allegedly. That is what I feel is possible. I think he inserted himself into the ring for targets. That is what I think. Because the other doesn't, that he's full on just started in a CP ring. It didn't make sense to me. I think that he got caught up in that because it was an easy place for him to get targets. So hold on, I'll show you. Because we've all seen people that have murdered somebody that, aren't, well, they're all, but like if it's like a one-time thing, that this is way more than a, so let me zoom in. Let me share this. Yep. Doesn't it? I mean, it would really make sense. And who else to get in touch with than your longtime buddy that you think might be involved in that, Tony Klein? Just saying. All right. So I'll show you guys. And this was confirmed. So this is interesting too, guys. So this was May 13th, 2018 that his wife posted this. Her Facebook is back up, which is kind of interesting as well. But whatever, neither here nor there. And I'm not doxing her. Everyone already knows that's her and her Facebook. But this is when their cat died, which one of their cats died. Is very interesting because if you remember, there was hair in the crime scene. And that's right, allegedly. So there's been some, speculation. Could it possibly have been one of, the cat here that they were digging up? But, that's all. But either way, this is actual fact right here. So it's very hard to see, but I want you to focus on the tie-dyed shirt. And once I find it, I'm going to ask Lindsay if she has it, a picture of this original shirt. If you look way towards the top where there's, it starts blue, there's lettering, white lettering. I know you can't really see the lettering, but it was matched up to the lettering that was on the Libby and Abby shirt. Because remember, I'm almost positive, but let me double check this, that Abby had a jacket on, but she also had a tie-dyed shirt underneath. And that lettering does, and from every picture that, that whatever Gray Hughes had on there, he had, it matches up. And at first when this happened, somebody said, I remember on Facebook, not Gray, like, y'all, I think that's her shirt, the shirt for Libby and Abby. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, now you're reaching, blah, 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 blah. Well, I guess not. So, I mean, that's just the more that comes out, like, you don't do that without, no way. No way he's a one time. I have that's a good way to put it, allegedly. That's what I've been trying to figure out the right way to put it. And I think you're right. I think that he just used the ring. And I don't necessarily think Keegan was ever going to be a murderer. I think he's downright nasty and should spend the rest of his life or however many years in jail for the ring. I think he got Richard into it or got him hooked up with them. Wow, that's awesome, allegedly. Hey, happy Sunday, Allie. No worries. Um, there's Richard. I've seen pictures, y'all. Richard hung out at the bar where Abby's mom worked. Um, there's pictures of Libby's great aunt with Kathy Allen. So I have no doubt that he knew these girls. Allegedly, absolutely, they absolutely do. I mean, yeah, there's just straight up pictures of Libby's great aunt Becky's sister with Kathy. They used to play pool together. And then there's pictures of, in fact, they played pool together. I believe it was as recently as December of 2021 that the picture was taken with, where did my other shoe go? With Kathy Allen. He didn't care at all. He didn't have 1 ounce of remorse, and he probably doesn't now. Yeah, Mike, there is, and part of me is like, I feel a little bit like she had to have sensed something was off, but then just went in denial. Allegedly, I know. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. To me, it's her Facebook is almost like one of those I want to have the perfect life image, but inside it's not a perfect life. And we obviously know that. I'm still shell shocked at the amount of pictures they have. Oh, hey, Melissa Jade, that of alcohol because he allegedly a couple times went away to rehab and stuff. So it's an awkward scenario for somebody that's an alcoholic. It's surprising. She we know he threatened to beat her to a pulp in over a pool game because she was winning and he was losing. So it was like behind those doors. And then I look at, there's so many images of kids in their house and stuff, and you just go, oh my gosh, like, but I don't even think it was that. I don't even think it was this sounds terrible. I don't think it was even an essay type of thrill thing. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I don't know either way. We can probably imagine, but I think it was the actual kill itself. I didn't ever think that was possible. I really didn't like think that. I guess that I don't know. I think it was. I think it was a souvenir, the thrill of the kill. I don't know. I just thought I didn't I guess it happens a lot of times, but I didn't think it was a thing really. He did, right, Pointer Lover? And I've noticed on Facebook, we've all seen Facebook, right? Like where the wife's like, had a wonderful weekend with Ricky at blah 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 blah, and then she shoots up on him in the car, and he's like, looks like he's just gonna like punch through the window. And she did a lot of that selling. I had such a fantastic vacation with the hubby, all that kind of stuff. Those are the type of people you always end up seeing, like they're divorced in 6 months, and you're like, what? Because I thought they had the best marriage ever. Exactly. You don't wake up at 45 and then do that. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I mean, like somebody that stumbles on like like just happens to like get caught up in something and make the worst mistake of their life and ends up taking a life or something. And even though they obviously should be in prison the rest of their lives, would not be able to look at their daughter wear a memorial shirt or, print off pictures for the family or check them out and not charge them. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. And this was, I believe, quite planned out because he had a very short span of time that he had to do a whole lot of things. I know, crazy mama. I hope that if he had, but I agree with whoever said they do need to do a like real thorough radius type of search because we know he worked in Illinois. Who knows where he went. I mean, if you think about it, there's a rumor, and we don't know if this is true. We're still working on confirming this, that he actually lived a few days a week in an apartment and came home every few days because of the distance of the drive. That's not good. I mean, how could you play pool with just how could you go hang out in a bar or a restaurant where your victim's mother works? I just don't understand. But tomorrow, I want to really break out yeah, allegedly, you're probably right. Well, that's the other thing, allegedly, is that's why we could probably assume that it's more than his first. Pointer lover, I'm trying to figure that out. If you find that anywhere, can you please email that to me? Because there is a rumor of that, and that I know, Ellie, and that really would be wild. I know, Emily, but last I knew he wasn't cooperating, which honestly isn't that surprising. Um, yeah, it's just wild. But I want to talk about Evansdale because I really do think that you guys will be very interested in this case. There are a lot of similarities. He was a trucker for a short time, so allegedly, I really, really want to know when that was. Because if that was, and he was a trucker for a while within that time of Evansdale or something, that would be wild. Yes, he did work at a Walmart in 2 locations. One was Bradley, Iowa, which is still about 4 hours away from Evansdale, but it's it's weird when you describe the Evansdale case because it is some people blame the stepmother in that case, but and say she's I don't know. We'll look at the whole thing. It's just a very interesting case. For the trucking, okay, I think maybe it was Greenfield or Greenwood or something like that, Indiana. That's wild. But well, y'all, I'm gonna hop off here for tonight and get all my info around for Evansdale tomorrow, and we'll see what happens to the day tomorrow. Every time I think I'm gonna do one thing, something breaks in a case. So I appreciate you guys hearing. I know most of you already knew all about the AWP stuff, but I hadn't caught up for it all. So it was good for me to talk through it. So thanks, Crazy Mama. She worked at a veterinary's office as an office manager. Thanks, allegedly. I'll make Kate join us tomorrow night. Thank you guys. You're really awesome. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.